Hey guys, it's Jeet, and today I'm super excited to show you how to use the AI agent module within N8N. It would not be an understatement to say that this is the very module that blew N8N up in the first place, and it's pretty justified because previous to this no-code tool, you had to use custom code to build agentic workflows, and that involved Python, Llama Index, LangChain, all these convoluted libraries, and it was just a pain, even for someone who knows how to use custom code. Whereas with N8N, there's a lot of built-in tools to make your life easier. You're just drag and dropping the right tools in the right place to make a functional agentic workflow. Let's get started. So I'm going to click on Add First Step and click on Chat Message. This is going to give us a nice testing ground locally to kind of play with this. So if I just type in hi, it's going to do some thinking. Nothing's going to be outputted because right now it's just the only input. Next, let's add the AI agent module. There's 3 different inputs to the AI agent, and let's kind of break this down one by one. First is going to be the chat model. So this is the actual AI that's running the show. That's going to be going to all these different tools, getting some data, and it's doing the actual thinking and the processing, almost like a mini human. So what you pick here is probably going to have the biggest impact in terms of the performance of the AI agent. And it's not really a science more so than it is an art, because let's say there's a use case where you're kind of answering customer questions and it's really straightforward, it's the same questions every single time. You might want to just pick a simple DeepSeek model because it's really cheap. We know the performance is pretty good, and if it's going to be reaching to thousands and thousands of customers, we want to pick something that makes sense price-wise, right? Like if the AI costs as much as a real human, you might as well just put a real human in there. The whole point of AI is to save time. On the other hand, if it's a more complex use case where we're kind of going through research papers, or it requires thinking from multiple different sources to come up with something that's actually requires like a high level IQ, like some kind of critical thinking, then you might want to just pay for OpenAI's O1 reasoning models because that's what makes sense in the use case. So, normally I would just kind of play around with this and find the one that makes the most sense. For today, I'm just going to pick the OpenAI chat model just to kind of keep things simple. And I already have my account set up, but if you don't, it's really straightforward. Just click on create new credential here and go to this URL here. It's going to be the same for everyone, but basically you're going to your API keys. Click on create a new secret key, name this N8N AI Agent Tutorial. Project can be a default project. Create secret key, copy this, paste it here, click on save. It's going to make sure the connection goes through and it has exit out of this, and you will have access to your OpenAI account. This goes without saying, but don't share that key with anyone because they will have direct access to your OpenAI account. So model is going to be GPT-4o Mini. I like that. Let's exit out of this. At this point, we've connected our LLM. So if I come back to the AI agent, it's going to take the chat message that I put in through a chat, and it's going to put it in as a prompt user message. So this part's already done for you. Like I said before, N8N kind of takes care of this in the back end. So if I type in hi there, I scroll down, the response we get back is, hello, how can I assist you? At this point, this is almost just a glorified ChatGPT interface where it's just directly calling OpenAI and giving a response back, which, maybe it's somewhat useful. It depends on the context, but we want to take this a step further. Next is going to be memory, and this is something that people take for granted using ChatGPT, but in the back end, you have to manually feed in all the previous questions and answers that you give it as a part of the prompt for it to remember what you asked in the previous question, right? For example, right now, if I say, my name is Jeet, it's going to do its thinking. Nice to meet you, Jeet. How can I assist you? And then if I ask, what is my name? It's not going to know. I don't have access to personal data, so I can't know your name. The reason is because this is not being fed in as a previous question answer to the AI. So the way we get around that is by using the memory module. So if I click on plus sign here, there's a couple of different options. You've got Postgres, Redis. The window buffer memory is probably the easiest. It's a database that N8N has in-house. All you have to do is choose the context window length. So this is the number of chat messages beforehand that it's going to remember. But nowadays, because of how long the prompt context is, you can kind of blow this up to 10, 20 messages. It doesn't really matter. Just bear in mind that if the context length is 10, and you ask the AI about a message that happened more than 10 messages ago, it will not remember that. So play with this number and keep it in mind as you're building your AI agent. Let me exit out of this and show you what I mean. So if I reset this chat and I say, my name is Jeet, we'll probably get the same response as before. Hello, Jeet, how can I assist you? And if I ask, what is my name? It's actually going to remember, your name is Jeet. How can I help you? The reason is because this was fed in. And honestly, let me pull the current here. If I click on the OpenAI chat model, the input here is going to be the system. So this is a system prompt. We're going to get to that in a second. But the human, which is me, is saying, my name is Jeet, which is what I put in previously. AI says, hello, Jeet, how can I assist you? Right? It mirrors it exactly. And then human says, what is my name? So in the prompt in real time, it's like equivalent to me copying this full chat in here, putting in the prompt, and then asking my new question. That is how it's remembering what happened previously. All right, that's boring stuff out of the way. Now is the fun part, which is the tools. And this is kind of where things get pretty crazy pretty quickly. N8N has a ton of integrations you can use, like Airtable, AWS, Discord. Like, there's so much out there. It's absolutely insane. For this video, I'm going to stick to two examples. The first is going to be with Wikipedia. And just to kind of exemplify how easy this is, all I have to do is connect this module together. There's no setup required. And at this point in time, your AI agent has access to the full Wikipedia database library with all the text to do any kind of research that's required. If I go back to the chat window here and click on reset, let me ask a simple question like, who is Lewis Hamilton? As this is loading, it's going to go to OpenAI, it's going to go to Wikipedia, retrieve the article about Lewis Hamilton, and then formulate a response. Sir Lewis Hamilton is a prominent British racing driver currently contracted to compete in Formula One for Ferrari. So if you don't know who he is, very famous racing driver. The reason why I use this example is because right now he drives for Ferrari, like today, in present time. But if I were to ask ChatGPT or any other language model on who is Lewis Hamilton, it would have given me the answer of Mercedes because, you know, for 10, 12 years of his career, he worked for Mercedes. What I'm trying to say is that there's no way to get live data unless we use a tool like Wikipedia. And to kind of drive this point home, all that's going on here, there's no trickery, there's no magic here. It's pulling the article about Lewis Hamilton. To show you how simple this is, if I look at this text, Sir Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton, born January 7th, 1985, go to the Wikipedia article, exact same text in the exact same format, right? So this Wikipedia tool here, it's not doing any kind of AI magic, it's just pulling in the latest data. And because by definition, Wikipedia tends to stay up to date, I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I think people will keep it up to date. Wikipedia has live data, ChatGPT doesn't. We use the power of Wikipedia's live data with ChatGPT's brain power to come up with a response that is accurate in real time. And this is just one example of using an agentic workflow. Switching gears here, if I hide this chat, delete Wikipedia, let's use a different example as like a customer service bot, which I know is pretty boring, but there's a reason why customer service bots are so popular because it's automating a lot of the tasks where a person has to sit there and answer the same questions. So here's an example, right? We've got some sample items for an electronics store, the price and the description. And let's say right now there's someone that's sitting there for $15 an hour just answering these questions when all the data is right here. All the answers to the customer's questions are in this spreadsheet. The way we can replace a person doing this is by using an agentic workflow. So if I go back to my workflow here, click on Tool, type in Google Sheets. For credentials, just sign into your Google account. It's super straightforward. Tool is going to be to set automatically. Resource is sheet within a document. Operation is going to be get row because for this simple example here, we're just retrieving this data here and then answering customer questions. For document, I'm going to pick on this electronic store document. And then the sheet will be the electronic store inventory, like down here. That's all we have to do. There's nothing else we need to do at this point in time. Our AI agent has access to the electronic store. And if I come back to chat, click on reset, and let's ask a question like, how much are the wireless earbuds? It's going to go into the Google Sheet and give me an answer. The wireless earbuds are priced at $59.99, which adds up. Just to show you that this is real, if I switch this to 120, come back here, what is the price of the earbuds, right? Again, it's going to go into the Google Sheet, and the answer we get back, the price of the wireless earbuds is $120. So now we have a live place for it to get data. So I hope you see how this is all coming together, right? Just from this simple workflow in this simple 10-minute video, we built a full AI agent from start to finish that's doing the same work that humans do, but I mean, N8N's like $20 per month, right? We're doing this for a couple cents for every single workflow. That's going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe if you want more in-depth N8N AI tutorials just like this. And if you want to see how I built a DeepSeek AI Telegram bot, watch this video up here. Bye.